Welcome to the video lecture on taxiway design. What is a taxiway? Taxiway is a road or a pavement which connects the runway to the other facilities of the airport, like aprons, hangars, terminal buildings, etc. So we are going to see the design aspects of the taxiways. So here we can see, so this is the runway and these are the other amenities of the airport like aprons, non-movement area. So this is the taxiway which connect the runway and other utilities of the airport. The layout of the taxiway is based on the arrangement of aircraft. So the aircraft which has been just landed should not interfere with the aircraft taxiing to take off. On a busy airport, taxiways should be located at various points for landing of aircraft and to leave the runway immediately for making it clear for use by other aircraft. Such a taxiway is known as exit taxiway. Crossing or intersection of taxiway and active runway should be avoided. The route of the taxiway should be made in such a way that it results in the shortest practicable distance from the terminal area to the end of the runway used to take off. If exit taxiways are designed for high turnover speed, the runway occupancy of the landing aircraft is reduced and it will thus increase the airport capacity. The geometric design standards are the length of the taxiway. The length of taxiway should be short as practicable. No specifications are recommended by any organization. Width of the taxiway. Width of the taxiway is lower than the runway width because when aircrafts run on the taxiway, they are not airborne. That is, they travel only on the taxiway. The speed of an aircraft on a taxiway is also less than the runway. So the advantage of this is the pilot can maneuver the aircraft over the smaller width of taxiway. Safety area. This area includes taxiway pavement on either side plus the area that is graded and drained. The width of 7.5 meter of shoulder adjacent to the pavement edges should be paved with light strength material. Why it should be paved? Because the arrival of jet blast the amount of jet exhaust emitted from the engine, especially during takeoff operation, is quite high and cause soil erosion in the shoulders. So we can see the jet blast during taking off of a aircraft. ICAO recommends the longitudinal gradient should not exceed 1.5% for A, B type of airports and 3% for C, D and E type. So here we can see the taxiway width is 22.5 meter for A and B type and 15 meter for C and 9.9 meter for D and 7.5 meter for E. The maximum longitudinal gradient is kept as 1.5% for A and B and 3% for C, D and E. And minimum transverse gradient is kept 1.5 for A, B, C and 2% for D and E. What is a transfer gradient? Transfer gradient is similar to the cross slope that is provided in a national highway. So the main purpose of the transverse gradient is to drain the water from the taxiway. The rate of change of longitudinal gradient as per ICAO recommendation is It should not exceed 1% per 30-meter length of vertical slope for A, B, C type and 1.2% for D and E type of airports. Site distance. ICAO has recommended that the surface of taxiway must be visible from 3-meter height for a distance of 300 meters for A, B and C type and distance of 250 meter be visible for 2.1 meter height for D and E type of airports. Turning radians. Whenever there is change in the direction of a taxiway, we have to provide a horizontal curve similar to we provide in the roads. Circular curve is more suitable for such cases, and the radius of horizontal curve is obtained by r is equal to v square by 125f, where r is the radius of the circular curve and v is the speed in kilometer per hour, that is speed of the aircraft. Coefficient of friction is given as f, which is equal to 0.13. For airports serving large supersonic planes, the minimum value of radius is 180 meters, and for subsonic planes it is kept as 120 meter. A supersonic craft is able to fly faster than the speed of the sound, and subsonic aircraft can fly at a maximum speed but less than the speed of the sound. So this equation can also be used to find the radius of the curve. R is equal to 0.388 W square divided by 0.5 T minus S. R is the radius of center line of the taxiway in meters, and W is the wheelbase in meters. Capital T is the width of the taxiway pavement in meters, and capital S is the distance between midway of the main gears and the edge of the taxiway pavement. Exit taxiway. So, as already said, exit taxiway is provided in a busy airport which accommodates more number of aircraft. Number of exit will be decided based on the location. If only 2 exit taxiways are to be provided, they will be naturally provided at the end of the runway. If more than 2, they will be provided along the length of the runway. High altitude, deep valley, obstruction in approach also govern the exit taxiway. Since landing speed and distance required to reduce the speed to exit speed level will vary with the aircraft. Design of exit taxiway. The most important criteria to be considered is turning radians. Slightly widened entrance of 30 meter gradually tapering to the normal width of taxiway is preferred. The wider the entrance gives pilot more latitude in using the exit taxiway. So along the junction of the runway and the taxiway, the transition should be smooth. So we are providing larger width near the runway, and it gradually reduces to the width of the taxiway. Angle of turn of 30 to 45 degrees can be negotiated in a satisfactory manner. The radius is given as v square by 125f, which is same for the normal taxiway. A compound curve is provided to a speed of 60 to 95 km per hour. It minimizes the tire wear on the nose gear, and it is relatively easy to establish in the fleets. So for speed varying 65, the radius is 517, and if the speed is increased, the radius is increased to 941. Sufficient side distance must be provided, which can be obtained from the following relation. So side distance is equal to 0.28 v square by 2d. So d is deceleration in. Thank you.